Ready to face the world's last true wilderness? Forget what you think you know. We're ripping up the map and launching an epic expedition across a land so vast it defies imagination. Russia. This isn't a sightseeing trip. It's a deep dive into the planet's raw, untamed soul. Stand dwarfed by the Lena pillars in Siberia, trek the unforgiving vastness of the Putorana Plateau, and feel the Earth breathe under the explosive geothermal energy of Kamchatka's volcanoes. We'll witness the surreal blue waters of Geyser Lake, discover the Martian red landscape of Kizhi Island, and conquer the icy peaks of the Altai Mountains. Get ready for a journey where every horizon is a new discovery, a grand adventure across the largest country on Earth. What kind of secrets are hidden in a territory so immense? Putorana Plateau. The remote majesty of the Putorana Plateau reveals the profound connection between untouched wilderness and the resilience of life in Siberia. Cascading waterfalls tumble from sheer basalt cliffs, and endless taiga forests stretch across the plateau, illuminated by the cool glow of the subarctic sun, reflecting off crystal-clear lakes that can span more than 20 miles, which is about 32 kilometers in length. Formed roughly 250 million years ago through massive volcanic eruptions, this rugged expanse preserves not only unique geological features, but also ancient reindeer migration routes followed for countless generations. Standing here, one feels how isolation fosters an almost spiritual reverence for nature's endurance and the quiet passage of time. While most of Siberia's land is marked by human settlements and industry, the Putorana Plateau stands in silent contrast, remaining largely inaccessible and unchanged, a true wilderness sanctuary. As we leave this dramatic landscape, the story of wild places and their enduring spirit continues to unfold across Russia. Altai Mountains. The enduring spirit of the Altai Mountains is woven into the very identity of Central Asia, embodying the timeless relationship between people and the wild, untamed landscape that has shaped cultures for centuries. Snow-capped peaks pierce the sky, vast alpine meadows unfurl below, and ancient larch forests spread across slopes in a breathtaking palette of green and silver, stretching across more than 1,000 miles, which is roughly 1,600 kilometers of untamed wilderness. These mountains have served as a cradle for nomadic civilizations for thousands of years. Ancient petroglyphs etched into granite rock reveal stories of hunters and shamans dating back over 12,000 years, or about 12 millennia. There's a deep sense of humility and reverence when standing amidst the silence, feeling the same wind that swept across these lands during the Mongol Empire's rise. Yet, while the region's isolation has safeguarded traditions, the encroachment of modern mining and new roads threatens these fragile ecosystems. From here, the journey into the heart of remote Russia continues to unearth stories of resilience and cultural endurance. Kamchatka Peninsula, Kamchatka, Russia. The untamed spirit of the Kamchatka Peninsula reminds us of nature's vast, unpredictable power and its profound influence on the cultures that call it home. Sprawling between the Okhotsk Sea and the Pacific Ocean, snow-draped volcanoes rise over 6,500 feet, which is nearly 2,000 meters above valleys scarred by ancient lava flows, wild rivers, and dense forests teeming with bears and eagles. For centuries, the indigenous Itelmen, Koryak, and Even peoples have adapted their ways of life to this demanding volcanic landscape, surviving harsh winters and eruptions, their histories woven deep into the earth itself. Standing atop a steaming caldera, travelers are often struck by overwhelming awe and humility, feeling small beneath skies streaked with auroras and volcanic ash. Yet amid this rugged wilderness, quiet fishing villages and traditional festivals reveal a resilience and warmth that contrast with the raw, primordial forces surrounding them. From here, the journey draws us further into Russia's immense and mysterious Far East, where natural wonders and human tenacity intertwine in surprising ways. Stone mushrooms, Altai, Russia. Hidden in the remote valleys of the Altai Mountains, The stone mushrooms symbolize nature's power of transformation, reminding us how time and the elements shape even the most resilient landscapes. Rising abruptly from gravelly slopes, these bizarre rock formations stand between 12 feet and 20 feet tall, which is about 3.5 feet to 6 meters, each capped by a larger flat boulder that balances precariously, creating surreal silhouettes against the wild Siberian sky. Over thousands of years, wind and rain eroded the softer volcanic ash below, while leaving the tougher stones on top intact. A natural process that offers a living timeline of the Earth's geological artistry. Walking among these alien shapes, it is easy to feel small but connected, as if wandering through the dreams of ancient mountains. While the stone mushrooms evoke a primal past, nearby villages hum with the daily rhythms of Altai culture, where herding and family ties still define modern life. The forces that created these formations invite us to consider how both landscape and people are forever shaped by change. Katan River, Altai, Russia. Flowing across the rugged wilderness of southern Siberia, the Katan River embodies the restless spirit of nature's transformation, connecting ancient legend with the vitality of the present day. Its turquoise waters slice through steep, pine-covered cliffs and roll over smooth white stones, stretching over 430 miles or nearly 690 kilometers of untamed terrain that glimmers beneath the vast Siberian sky. For thousands of years, the Katan has been sacred to the indigenous Altai people, once marking trade routes of the Scythians and Mongol horsemen, and serving as a cultural lifeline even during times of great turmoil. Yet even as the river powers modern hydroelectric stations, its ancient myths and pristine coves remain untouched by the rhythm of contemporary progress. The enduring journey of the Khatun River reminds us that the flow of history, culture, and nature is never truly separate, always waiting to be discovered further upstream. Lena River, Siberia, Russia. The Lena River flows as a symbol of endurance and transformation across the remote landscapes of Siberia, anchoring the deep relationship between people and vast wilderness. Stretching over 2,700 miles, which is nearly 4,350 kilometers, its waters wind through endless taiga forests and immense, craggy canyons, their surfaces often shrouded in morning mists that blur the boundary between river and sky. As the river continues its journey toward the Arctic Ocean, it invites us to reflect on humanity's enduring quest for meaning amid nature's vast, untamed beauty. Khronotsky Volcano. The enduring power and unpredictability of nature are embodied by the Khronotsky volcano, which rises as a symbol of Russia's wild and untamed landscapes. This stratovolcano towers nearly 11,500 feet, or about 3,500 meters above a vast plain of birch forests and rugged rivers, often veiled in swirling mists and the reflected glow of snowfields. First officially recorded by Russian explorers in the early 18th century, Khronotsky has remained continuously active for centuries, shaping not only the land, but also the livelihoods and legends of the indigenous Itelmen people. Standing here, one feels awed and humbled by the silence, interrupted only by distant thunder, a reminder of the awesome power lying beneath the Earth's surface. The pristine isolation of Khronotsky contrasts sharply with the distant bustle of Russian cities, offering a rare glimpse into a world relatively untouched by human hands. This restless landscape sets the stage for further exploration into the countless wonders of Russia's remote wilderness. Valley of Geysers, Kamchatka, Russia. In the Valley of Geysers, the core theme of Earth's raw, unrestrained power is brought to life in astonishing form. This secluded canyon, shrouded in thick mist and vibrant green moss, is sliced by a jade-colored river, while steaming vents and towering geysers erupt unpredictably along a span of nearly 4 miles, which is around 6.5 kilometers. Discovered in 1941, this valley holds Russia's only major geyser field, where over 30 dynamic geysers and hundreds of hot springs have shaped the local ecosystem for thousands of years. Standing among the thundering eruptions, the sulphurous air and the rhythmic pulse of the earth evoke both awe and humility, connecting visitors intimately to forces far older than any civilization. Yet the valley's lushness stands in sharp contrast to the bleak volcanic slopes nearby, hinting at nature's dual capacity for destruction and renewal. From here, new stories emerge that continue to reveal Russia's remote beauty and untamed spirit. Chara Falls. In the heart of the Altai Mountains, Chara Falls captures the raw power and enduring spirit of nature's artistry. Sheets of glacial water thunder down rugged rocks, plunging nearly 150 feet, which is about 46 meters, into a mist-filled gorge surrounded by ancient pine and larch forests. Discovered by scientists only in the late 20th century and meaning impassable in the local Altai language, Chara remained hidden from outsiders for centuries, guarded by both geographic isolation and local legend. Standing before the relentless cascade, visitors often feel a surge of awe and humility, as if drawn into a primordial past where nature still reigns supreme. The wild, untamed roar of Chara sharply contrasts with the tranquil, gentle rivers that meander quietly elsewhere in Altai, challenging expectations of what this region holds. In exploring such places, one uncovers deeper layers of culture, identity, and the profound connections that link people to their landscapes. Mount Elbrus, Caucasus, Russia, the struggle to reach new heights shapes the stories of those drawn to the world's towering peaks. And nowhere is this more evident than here, in the grandeur of Mount Elbrus. Cloaked in perpetual snow and rising high above the clouds, this colossal dormant volcano dominates the Caucasus landscape, its twin summits soaring more than 18,500 feet, which is about 5,642 meters above sea level. Ancient myth intertwines with history, as legends claim that Prometheus was chained to these slopes, while, in the 19th century, Russian cartographers confirmed Elbrus's status as Europe's tallest mountain, thus deepening its allure to adventurers and scientists alike. Standing at its base, travelers often feel a mix of awe and humility, sensing the weight of countless past expeditions, triumphs, and tragedies that lie along its icy flanks. Yet, life flourishes in its shadow, as local villages express vibrant cultures and warm hospitality, a striking contrast to the mountain's remote, forbidding heights. This majestic sentinel stands as a bridge between myth, nature, and human ambition, inviting every visitor to imagine what lies beyond each horizon. Sulak Canyon. The Sulak Canyon embodies the theme of nature's grandeur, carved through enduring passage of time, revealing landscapes both timeless and wild. Sheer limestone cliffs plunge dramatically over 1,500 feet, which is about 457 meters, into turquoise waters that snake like a ribbon far below, while patches of green cling tenaciously to rocky outcrops, and sunlight dances among rugged shadows. Formed over millions of years by the Sulak River's relentless erosion, this canyon is actually deeper than the Grand Canyon in the United States, making it one of Russia's most overlooked natural wonders. Standing at the edge, there is a sense of awe, a reminder of life's fragility and the humbling scale of Earth's geological story, as wind whispers stories from centuries past. While the canyon's wild beauty feels untouched, small villages perched on its rim reflect human resilience in the face of this dramatic landscape. The journey through this region invites us to ponder the delicate balance between nature's enduring power and humankind's place within it. Kizhi, Mars in Altai, a marvel of nature. Kizhi embodies the power of geological transformation, illustrating how millions of years of change can carve an alien landscape on Earth. Here, hills ripple in bands of scarlet, ochre, and rust, stretching for miles, their colors most vivid when the sun carves long shadows across the clay slopes. This region, often called Mars in Altai, reveals layers formed over tens of millions of years through volcanic activity and mineral deposits, offering a rare glimpse into the planet's deep past. Standing on these windswept ridges, you feel a profound connection to the grandeur of time and the enduring patience of nature, a humbling sense of insignificance beneath a vast Siberian sky. Unlike the lush, pine-clad valleys typical of Altai, Kizhi's barren beauty is stark and otherworldly, showing Russia's diversity in dramatic fashion. In exploring such places, we are reminded how our planet's face is shaped by eons and contrasts, inviting us to reflect on our place in the story of Earth. Manpupuner Rock Formations. Rising like ancient sentinels, the Manpupuner Rock Formations embody the enduring mystery and spiritual essence woven through Russia's vast northern landscapes. Seven enormous stone pillars, their surfaces weathered and sculpted by relentless wind and frost, stretch up to 130 feet, which is about 40 meters above the remote plateau of the Komi Republic. According to legend, these pillars were once giants, turned to stone by a shaman's spell centuries ago, a story passed down by the indigenous Mansi people who have revered this place for generations. Standing before these monoliths evokes both awe and humility, as if bearing witness to a silent dialogue between humankind and the primordial forces of nature. Despite their isolation in a wilderness of rolling hills and endless forests, the rocks draw explorers and spiritual seekers alike, providing a stark contrast to Russia's bustling cities and gilded cathedrals. Each towering stone, touched by mist and legend, invites us to contemplate our own smallness amid the vast, untamed beauty that still endures in the world. Chara Sands. In the far reaches of Siberia, Chara Sands embodies the core theme of nature's surprising artistry, where vast dunes rise unexpectedly in the heart of taiga forest. Golden hills of sand ripple for nearly 6 miles, or just under 10 kilometers, spanning up to 3 miles wide, which is almost 5 kilometers, surrounded by snow-capped peaks and dense larch trees. These dunes formed about 30,000 years ago during the last ice age, when retreating glaciers and fierce winds created this unique mini-desert over ancient lake beds. Stepping onto the warm sand, with the icy Altai Mountains towering nearby, visitors often feel a sense of wonder and displacement, as if they were walking through a secret world hidden from time. The contrast between the desert's shifting sands and the encircling Siberian wilderness challenges every expectation of Russia's landscape. This rare juxtaposition urges us to look beyond familiar boundaries, discovering how nature's extremes coexist and shape the journey deeper into Russia's wild heart. Lena Pillars. Nature's artistry shapes the soul of Yakutia, with the Lena Pillars standing as towering sentinels sculpted by time and elemental force. Rising along the Lena River, these majestic columns soar up to 800 feet high, which is about 244 meters, their jagged silhouettes casting dramatic shadows over the ancient taiga forest below. For over 500 million years, relentless frost, wind, and flowing water have chiseled these limestone spires, creating a natural monument that local indigenous Sakha people have revered for generations. Standing at the river's edge, a deep sense of humility and wonder washes over visitors. Each pillar tells a silent story, binding people across centuries through shared awe and respect for the untamed landscape. While the Lena pillars evoke timeless grandeur, the icy currents beneath hint at the region's unforgiving winters, where cruelty and beauty intertwine. As we journey deeper into Siberia's wild heart, every stone and silence invites discovery and reflection. In Zhersky Mountains, these jagged peaks symbolize the enduring resilience of nature amid Russia's vast and rugged heartland. Towering as sharp stone spires, some reaching over 2,600 feet, which is around 800 meters, the Zhersky carve unmistakable silhouettes against the endless green expanse of the southern Urals. Formed over hundreds of millions of years by tectonic uplift and relentless weathering, these mountains have long served as a natural border, separating European Russia from its Asian landscapes and shaping the migrations of ancient peoples. Standing in their shadow, visitors often feel a profound sense of isolation and awe, as if the silence carries stories from another era, moments of human humility against nature's silent might. These mountains invite us to reflect on Russia's unique coexistence between cultural tradition and wild, untouched spaces that stretch far beyond the horizon. Ergaki Natural Park. In the heart of Siberia, Ergaki Natural Park embodies the theme of nature's untamed artistry and the timeless bond between people and vast wilderness. Endless granite spires rise sharply from rolling green valleys, with clouds casting moving shadows over reflective alpine lakes and forests that stretch for miles, more than 25 miles, which is around 40 kilometers, of hiking trails wind through this dramatic landscape. Long before becoming a protected area in the year 2005, these mountains were a sacred place for indigenous Kyrgyz peoples who believed spirits lived in every stream and summit. Standing among wind-carved rocks and listening to the distant rush of waterfalls, visitors often feel dwarfed and deeply moved, sensing both insignificance and a rare unity with the wilderness. In winter, these valleys transform into a silent world of deep snow, erasing all paths and isolating the region from most travelers. Kizhi Mountains. The enduring resilience of nature in extreme climates is embodied here, where ancient rock formations and polar silence weave a powerful story of survival. Rugged peaks rise dramatically, some reaching up to 3,600 feet, which is about 1,100 meters above the tundra, with snowy slopes reflecting a pale blue under the low Arctic sun. For over 300 million years, the Kizhi Mountains have stood as a geological fortress, sheltering rare minerals found nowhere else on Earth and shaping the lives of the indigenous Sami people, whose traditions trace back millennia. Standing amid these wind-carved ridges, a visitor can feel the deep isolation and awe that comes from being surrounded by such raw, untamed wilderness. Yet, in sharp contrast to the mountain's remote silence, nearby mining towns bustle with industry and the promise of new discoveries. This dynamic interplay between ancient Earth and modern endeavor invites us to reflect on the complex relationship humans have with spectacular natural landscapes. Golden Horn Bay. In the heart of Vladivostok, Golden Horn Bay embodies the theme of transformation, where shifting tides have shaped both city and civilization alike. Glimmering waters curve inward to form a natural harbor, edged with bustling docks and framed by the soaring Golden Bridge, its white cables stretching nearly 7,000 feet across, which is about 2,100 meters, uniting both urban and maritime horizons. For over 150 years, since its founding in 1860, this bay has anchored Russia's gateway to the Pacific, evolving from a military outpost to a global trading port that now hums with international energy. Standing at the waterfront, a visitor feels connected to countless journeys, waves that have witnessed migration, war, and reunion, each ripple echoing stories of hope and resilience. Yet, beyond the commerce and movement, quiet fishing boats glide beside massive cargo ships, a reminder of daily life coexisting with international ambition. Golden Horn Bay poses a question: how do landscapes adapt as the world's currents sweep ever onward? Geyser Lake, Altai, Russia. Nature's artistry emerges with vibrant force as Geyser Lake embodies the core theme of Earth's hidden wonders, revealing their secrets in unexpected places. The surface of the lake shimmers turquoise and deep blue, with swirling patterns that shift before your eyes, each circle formed by mineral-rich springs bubbling up from the bottom, nearly 15 feet down, which is about 4.5 meters. Scientists believe this phenomenon began thousands of years ago, when subterranean geothermal activity, rare for this remote Siberian region, created the unique combination of temperature, minerals, and water pressure that breathes life into this extraordinary site. Standing at the water's edge, an overwhelming sense of wonder stirs, a reminder of how fragile and mystical our planet can be, especially as the lake quietly shifts its moods from crystal clarity to mist-veiled mystery. Such places encourage us to look beyond the obvious, seeking beauty in nature's quieter, more intimate surprises. Siberian taiga, Siberia, Russia. The enduring wilderness of the Siberian taiga explores the core theme of humanity's resilience against vast, indifferent nature. Endless forests of larch, spruce, and pine stretch for over 3,700 miles, which is about 5,950 kilometers, cloaking the landscape in soft green and shadows, interrupted only by silver rivers and the distant call of wildlife. For centuries, this immense boreal forest has shaped Russian culture and survival. In the 1700s, it offered both exile and sanctuary to those fleeing Tsarist rule, forging legends and identities in the frozen silence. Amid such extremes, the quiet perseverance of native Evenki people provides a living contrast to the relentless and untamed wild, each adapting in their own way. The soul of the taiga invites reflection on the delicate balance between humankind and the natural world, hinting at new stories deep within shadowed forests. Kalaktursky Beach. At Kalaktursky Beach, the core theme of nature's untamed power unfolds as black volcanic sands meet the wild Pacific Ocean, presenting a stark reminder of Earth's restless energy. The coastline stretches for more than 7 miles, which is about 11 kilometers, with dramatic surf pounding against sands the color of coal, while distant snow-capped volcanoes loom over the misty horizon. Historically, this beach has been shaped by countless eruptions from nearby volcanoes, including the formidable Koryaksky and Avachinsky, laying down centuries of ash to create its unique dark sands. Standing here, the briny wind on your skin connects you to generations of locals and travelers who have paused, awed by the sheer scale and solitude of this place. Yet while the raw, rugged landscape speaks of isolation and ancient forces, colorful wildflowers bloom among the dunes in summer, interrupting the monochrome palette with sprays of violet and gold. Experiences at Kalaktirski Beach echo the ongoing interplay between volcanic legacy and vibrant life that defines Kamchatka, inviting us to consider what other contrasts the region may reveal. Ivolginsky Datsun. At the heart of the vast Siberian steppe, Ivolginsky Datsun embodies the enduring spiritual quest of the Buryat people and their remarkable revival of Buddhist tradition after decades of suppression. Rising amidst swaying golden grasses and rolling hills, the temple complex dazzles with vibrant red, blue, and green pagodas, each crowned by glimmering golden spires reaching nearly 50 feet into the sky, which is about 15 meters. Established in 1945, soon after the devastation of World War II, the monastery became the first officially recognized Buddhist center in the Soviet Union, a beacon of resilience when religious practices were nearly extinguished everywhere else in the region. Pilgrims here often kneel, faces radiant with hope, their prayers echoing through icy winds as incense drifts heavenward. One feels a sense of renewal and collective memory woven into every gesture. Yet beyond the tranquil chanting, the echoes of past repression starkly contrast with today's open devotion and celebration. This sacred site invites us to reflect on the cycles of loss and recovery that shape not only faith, but the broader human experience. Olkhon Island, Lake Baikal, Russia. Olkhon Island stands as a powerful symbol of spiritual harmony between land and water, embodying the mystery and resilience that define Siberia's heart. Steep cliffs rise abruptly over the steel blue expanse of Lake Baikal, stretching for 20 miles, which translates to about 32 kilometers, with sparse pine forests and larch trees lining the shores, their silhouettes casting elongated shadows at sunset. For centuries, indigenous Buryat shamans have regarded Olkhon as a sacred place, believing it houses the spirit of Baikal. In fact, the island's shaman rock has hosted rituals since before the 12th century. Standing on its rugged western promontories, a quiet awe settles in, the realization that this island has witnessed the prayers and hopes of countless generations. The silence today is profound. Winters here once echoed with the cracking of ice sheets several feet thick, which is over 1 meter deep, and summer brings gentle waves lapping on stone beaches below leafy cliffs.